Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins.
And I'm Melissa Jane.
And welcome to this edition of XBS. And today, once again, we're coming to you from Surf City, USA. That's Huntington Beach, California. And today, of all things, we get to watch as Melissa learns how to surf, right?
That's right. Joey's going to take me surfing. Joey is from Zack, so I'm very excited.
Zack Surfboards is treating us to a good day with Melissa, but that's not all we have in store for you today. We have a great deal more, including the HB Surf Series. Check that out and a whole lot more.
Yes, a good XBS coming your way with the second stop of the HB Surf Series. On hand, some fantastic local and international surfers as the crowd converged at Golden West Street for an exciting day of competition. Besides the HB Surf Series, our surfer girl, Brittany Wilkinson, attracted the attention of some of the local skaters, and she learned exactly what board to buy when it comes to surfing. We'll have this and a great deal more as XBS starts right now.
Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins, and of course, along with Melissa Jane, my cohort from Australia, and I have to say Sydney, Australia, because there's some good surfing going on there, right?
Yeah, Sydney and Melbourne.
And Melbourne,
yeah.
And my good friends behind the cameras from Brisbane, Clayton, so we're filled with Aussies around here.
We've got the whole continent.
That's right. Well, you know, just a couple days ago, we had an opportunity to catch up with the HB Surf Series here in Huntington Beach, and even the likes of Sunny Garcia came out, but I tell you what, the waves weren't friendly for everybody.
Yep, I think we should check out the first round of the Huntington Beach Series.
Stop number 2 of the HB Pro-Am Surf Series was held at Golden West Street in Huntington Beach, with a decent swell happening throughout both days of competition. Even the early rounds of competition could have played out like a final heat. Sunny Garcia, currently residing in HB, made his way into the semis, but not the final. Prior to the final, Ted Navarro took aim at his overall standings, as did Micah Byrne. Micah's got that real nice flowing style. For most of the morning, the skies were overcast, which kept the wind light. Rob Patterson gets a nice ride with this right. Rob demonstrates his ability to get the most out of a small wave. In contest mode, you're up against the clock and can't always wait for that perfect set wave to come in. A good crowd started to build as the sun popped in and out from time to time. All eyes were on Bruno Rodriguez as he was ripping in the quarterfinals with consistent rights. Ted Navarro takes his cue and goes backside on this left. If you're not used to it, backside is not always the right choice. Getting air is a little more difficult, and the wave is tough to read in HB. Proving my point is Nathan Carroll. He takes his cue and blasts right with snappy turns in a style all his own. Nathan basically looked like he was having a great time, and the judges took notice. Speaking of the judges, put yourself in the judge's position and decide on who should advance into the next round. Nathan made the judge's decision pretty straightforward as he lands himself smack dab in the final. In semifinal number 2, the surfing was just as solid. Rob Patterson led the charge. For Brandon Tipton, he was a little short on pulling off the score as he needed to advance. Rob worked the short break for added points, and that helped him land a spot in the final. Adam Veers was fortunate to be on the end of a good set. His wave selection proved to be strong as he advanced into the men's pro final. Well, everything about the HB Surf Series is fantastic, and what would a day at the beach be without the dogs? And believe me, there were plenty. Much more to come from Huntington Beach. Stay with us here on XBS.
Hey, hope you're enjoying the Huntington Beach Surf Series, and I have my surf lesson coming right up, and I can't wait. I hope you're as excited as me. But right now we have more of XBS after the break.
Well, that's right, Melissa. We look forward to your surf lesson, plus the finals from all heats. You're watching XBS Beyond Surfing right here. We'll be back with more after this.
Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins along with Melissa Jane, and welcome back to XBS. And today, once again, it feels like home base here in Huntington Beach, California, Surf City, USA, and we're going to cover the HB Surf Series contest throughout the show. But I want to ask you, what are you most intrigued about when you're going to learn how to surf a little bit later on? What is it? Are you intrigued? Are you nervous? What's going on?
No, I'm nervous, intrigued, and excited. Everything. My biggest fear is falling on my head. Into the water, just, you know.
You know what? I've met
So
Joe.
I really want to stand up.
Well, you'll stand up. I met Joey, the guy that's going to teach you how to surf from Zack Surfboards here in Huntington Beach. He's going to treat you right. I bet you will not fall on your head.
I think I'm in really good hands, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's a pretty good-looking guy too, from what I understand.
Yeah, oh, very good.
I've been told that.
You learn better from good-looking people.
Okay, good. Well, putting that aside, let's go back to the contest at hand, and that's the HB Surf Series. Check out some more finals right here on XBS.
All worlds of surfing were represented in the HB Surf Series, and that included the longboard final. Some excellent surfing by our 4 finalists, but separating himself from the rest of the field was San Clemente resident Steve Newton.
Well, I certainly tried my best out there. I mean, it's pretty bumpy and really hard to figure out which waves are going to line up and which waves are just going to, be really bumpy and unrideable. So I tried to pick off a couple of rights. They looked like they were a little bit cleaner. I was watching Sonny's heat, and Sonny was trying to go for the left, and I figured I'd, not follow Sonny's advice. Sometimes that's you got to watch those guys.
What does a Hawaiian know anyway, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
I know what you're saying. Hey, tell me about the difference between this beach break here and the one at the HB Pier.
Well, the difference for me, I was really stoked they had it here because on the south swells, the lefts just tend to, suck right into the pier, and it's almost impossible for a longboarder, to get a good wave and get a good nose ride without running into the pier. So, at a beach break like this, you have the chance to work the waves, left and right, and hopefully pull it out and have some fun.
Well, you mentioned longboarding, a huge rebirth in the sport of longboarding. What got you involved, and the difference between you and a shortboard? I'm sure you do both.
Yeah, I like to shortboard local beach breaks. I live in San Clemente. Longboarding for me, it was watching guys like Colin McPhillips, and seeing what he can do on a longboard and going really fast. It made it look so much fun. I definitely wanted to give it a try. Get more waves than those shortboard guys, anyways.
Well, congratulations and good luck in the contest to come.
All right, thanks, sir.
Steve Newton, a true gentleman, an excellent longboarder. We look forward to seeing him at stop number 3 of the HB Surf Series. Well, the ladies were represented, and they took to the beach enthusiastically. The conditions at the time of their heat were not that perfect, but all the ladies did their best and were well supported from the crowd. Maddie Swain goes frontside before she gets bounced from her board. Courtney Landingham demonstrated why she was in the final. But outshining the class of 4 in the women's final was Shelby Detmers. She was aggressive and offered up some good style.
Shelby, a great final today. Your thoughts before you paddled out, because I was noticing your dad and you were kind of getting together. What was he telling you?
Well, he was telling me like where to surf and what our plan was to be, so I can catch some waves and everything. Yeah.
Now, is he a pretty avid surfer also?
Yeah, he's better on bigger waves though. Like,
Is that how you got involved in surfing, through your dad, or was it just your love of the beach?
I say both because my dad surfed, and we used to go to Mexico every year, and I always got tired of sitting on the beach and doing nothing, so I just went out there and surfed.
Now you're going to school in Long Beach right now, but you're going to be transferring to Newport Harbor. Why this Huntington Beach Surf Series? How did you get involved, and how do you like it?
Well, I like it because it's like local and it's just fun to do and you meet new people. And I just got into it because like we drive on Pacific Coast Highway all the time, and so we saw it, and a whole bunch of my friends used to do it.
Now, did you have fun today? You won the contest. Can you tell me about the final, your thoughts while you were out there surfing?
Well, I was kind of afraid at first because like I wasn't catching any waves for a while, but then like I finally started catching some waves, and so then I started feeling good.
It's all good for Shelby, and if she continues to practice, look for her in many more award ceremonies to come as her career moves on down the line. Checking out the men's AM final, we had a very exciting heat. These guys are hungry, and they have their eye on possibly turning pro someday. AJ Collins and Matt Tokars dueled it out. One wave after another, they gave the judges something to look at. When it was all said and done, AJ Collins took home the win with Matt Tokars in second and Drew Poff in third.
Well, as you can see, there's some exciting action at the HB Surf Series, but everything heats up when I take my surf lesson right after the break.
Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins, and welcome back to this month's edition of XBS from Surf City, USA, Huntington Beach, California. You know, over the last several shows, we've been promising that Melissa Jane was going to learn how to surf. Well, that time has come, and Melissa is with Joey from Zack Surfboards. She's ready to go. Melissa, take it away. I know you'll do fantastic.
Zack's Beach Food and Fun, just north of the Huntington Beach Pier, welcomed the opportunity to teach Melissa how to surf.
Joey, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Melissa was ready to go and made sure her blue bikini matched her board. Now, Joey would take good care of Melissa, first picking out the right board, then sizing her up for her spring suit.
See, I can't even do that.
Come on, man.
Melissa wiggled her way into her suit, and she was ready to go.
Perfect. We turn you around.
All right.
Excellent. Beautiful.
I already feel like a surfer.
Melissa found out the golden rule. No, it's not peeing in your wetsuit. It's the idea that if you're gonna surf, you have to carry your own board. And trust me, this is no short walk across the Huntington Beach sand. Once at the shoreline, Joey prepared Melissa for the water by first stretching. This led right into a dry land instruction on what to do and how to actually stand up on the board. And by the looks of it, Melissa was ready to go. Once in the water, Joey picked a small beach break and pushed Melissa into action. On her first attempt, Melissa stood right up. She's a good listener and athletic too. From that point forward, Melissa kept working at it. Each time she took off on a wave, she got a little better. Of course, not all rides can be showstoppers, but Melissa definitely put her best foot forward. She is my vote for Surf Girl of the Day.
I actually got up.
How'd you like that?
Yay! Now I just need one more practice.
That's all it takes, and over the years, that's exactly what these guys did as we move right into the pro final for the second stop of the HB Surf Series. Without a doubt, the action lived up to everything a surf final should be. In a nutshell, the surfing was great and the waves good. Rob Patterson worked this left as much as possible. Early on, this would be one of his best rides. Adam Veers surfed consistent, and he took the same approach to the final as he did in the semis. The crowd continued to build, and the surfing picked up. Nathan Carroll gets some well-earned points on this ride. While Nathan's wave broke, Adam's wave built. Adam demonstrates what a true professional can do with a wave that has no real form. As the competition continued, each surfer attempted to build on their last best ride. On this exchange, Bruno Rodriguez got the judges' attention. He had back-to-back rides, and both were high-scoring. His fast, aggressive, and top-to-bottom style helped him take the lead, but it would not hold up. Rob Patterson managed some speed on this right as he launches into a frontside air. Adam Veers cut up this left, but it would not be enough as well. In the end, it would be Nathan Carroll who takes home the win.
Nathan, you and I were just talking about it. You made what was somewhat of an iffy situation a pretty good situation late in the heat. Can you tell me about that?
Basically, I started off with a really good wave, and then I knew once I got that one score, it wasn't gonna take much to stay in the lead. Adam got I think a 6-6 or 6-7 or something halfway through the heat, and he took the lead for a while. And then tried to get another wave, and then thought it was gonna be enough, but it wasn't. And then luckily, in the last couple minutes, I got that 6.6 that helped me take the lead back. So super excited about that.
These 20-minute heats and it followed into a 30-minute heat. How much of a difference is that for you when you're in a semi at 20 as opposed to a 30? You feel like, I got a little more time, or do you feel like you got to get as many as you can?
In like a 20-minute heat, you kind of got to be on the board, every 3 or 4 minutes, you got to be riding a wave to, just to stay in rhythm and, gradually get 2 scores right off the bat and then improve. In a 30-minute heat, you have that luxury where if you aren't in first, like in my case, I was able to get that last wave, and if I didn't have that extra 10 minutes, then, that wouldn't have come through. But in like Adam's position, he wants that clock just to he wants that buzzer to sound as soon as possible. So, it goes both ways.
Your thoughts about this HB Surf Series? It's a great local surf series here in Southern California. Some really good surfers turning up, competing in it. Your thoughts? Are you having a good time?
Oh yeah, I have a blast. I love coming down and doing fun events like this. There's nothing better than competing with all your friends and just hanging out and having a good time like today. So yeah, I love doing contests like this. So I'm from Hawaii, so I come to California in the summer, and so every chance I get to surf in a contest like this, I take full advantage of that.
One additional question for you. Your thoughts about as you move on through the summer, there's going to be some huge contests just south of that pier that's behind you. Your thoughts about what's going to come up and ahead for you in the next couple of weeks?
I just take one day at a time. I prepare for the contest. I'm going to be doing a lot of training. I'm getting a bunch of new boards for my dad, so I'm going to be working on those, figuring out what design's going to work in these type of conditions and stuff. And so, hopefully I'll go out there and be able to do what I did today.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Once again, congratulations goes out to Nathan Carroll, Stop 2 champion of the HB Surf Series. Up next, XPS surfer girl Brittany Wilkinson gets some advice on how to buy the right board.
Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins along with Melissa Jane, our new surfer girl. She learned how to surf. Was it a lot of fun?
So much fun. I loved it, and I'm going to do a lot more of it for sure.
And what's funny is that now when she goes back to Australia, she can say she learned how to surf in California of all places. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Totally cool. I'm going to go back and say I'm a surfer girl.
That's right. Well, talking about surfer girls, we do have the surfer girl segment coming your way right now. And Brittany Wilkinson is our surfer girl model, and she knows a little bit more about surfing than a lot of other girls out there, actually.
Totally. She learned how to surf in Hawaii, and she's going to learn how to pick the right board for her.
Exactly, and she got her help from Joey at Zack Surfboards. Joey helped her pick the right board, but Melissa, I know what, Brittany can do that and a whole lot more. Check it out on this edition of XBS.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Brittany Wilkinson, and this is my XBS Surfer Girl profile. My favorite thing about the surfer style would definitely have to be the boy's hair. I think it's so sexy the way it just hangs and kind of curls out to the side. When I see someone surfing, I think to myself that I want to be as good as they are. The best part about being at the beach is the warm sand under your feet and catching the sun. What kind of advice do you guys have for me of becoming a surfer?
Practice.
Practice? What about you?
Go big.
Go big?
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Right on, guys. Thanks. My favorite kind of surfing clothes would have to be the Bermuda shorts, just right above the knees. Comfortable. A surfer would be a good boyfriend because he can teach you a few things. Surfer guys are definitely sexy. They're always tan and have a nice little body and the cute hair going on. I think the best place to surf is right here in Huntington Beach because the weather's always great and there's usually nice waves. So this will be my second time surfing, and I'm just curious about which board I should be using.
Well, Brittany, you don't want to go on a short board because, it's short, it's easy to carry, it's easy to walk with it, but if you want to get up and paddle, you need a longer board.
Why is the longboard better than a short board in other means?
I mean, it's going to float you, you're going to paddle easy, and you're going to get into waves. But with a shorter board, you'll paddle, but you won't go nowhere. You know what I mean?
Is it faster?
It's faster once you get up, but a longboard's more easier, it's more buoyant. You need something to start out. You always start out with the bigger board, and you want to come down to a shorter board. This is basically your body of your board right here.
Where would I stand on it?
You don't want to go too far forward. You don't want to go too far back. You kind of want to get in the middle of the board. You want to stand up shoulder width apart. So you kind of feel the board, you know what I mean? The core of the board. Starting out on that one, you're going to go faster. You're going to paddle a little harder. With this one, you're going to paddle a little lighter, but go a little more faster.
I see.
So you would want to start big, medium to small.
Okay.
Once you got it down, you'd be taking this out all the time.
And you only need wax on the short board?
Only on the top.
All right.
And the leash goes on your back foot. You always want a leash. This will be your board right here. You want to put it under your arm, turn like this, right under, and walk away.
Thanks, Joey.
Well, as you can tell, we got a lot accomplished today on XBS. We had the XBS Surfer Girl with Brittany Wilkinson. We had the HB Surf Series. And I think there was one other thing. Oh, you learned how to surf.
Yes, I did. And I loved it.
Yeah, so you're a bona fide surfer girl. I told you we were going to get it done, so next time I'll get in the water with you.
Yeah, tandem.
Tandem is right. We'll paddle out together. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this edition of XBS. I'm Paul Higgins.
And I'm Melissa Jane.
We'll see you next time.